it is now the moment that Nic has been waiting for all day, because I texted him and I wrote to him and I emailed him. So I now would love to introduce Nic Patterson, somebody that is close and dear to my heart. Nic is going to discuss book publishing, the process, strategies, and market considerations for book publishing. But wait, there's more. Ever since he was a little kid, he's been in marketing and had his own marketing firm. He's an accomplished author, podcast host, and as if that wasn't enough, he's our district club growth director. He's currently writing a new book and has a wealth of knowledge on how to bring a book from concept to fruition. Whether you're exploring traditional publishing or self-publishing, I am confident that Nic's insights will guide us all through the process and will highlight strategies that can make our books more impactful and marketable. So for anybody that has considered writing a book, and I feel like in Toastmasters, almost all of us have a book inside of us, right? This session will be jam-packed with practical advice. Now please join me in welcoming Nic Patterson, our Club Card Director and our good friend. Take it away, Nic.
Thank you all so much for having me today. And I am excited to talk about my journey in self-publishing, particularly with two books, The Art of Encouragement, which I co-created with my TEDx mentor and good friend and Toastmaster, Mark Guy, as well as one I created along the way called Late Start, Strong Finish, The Adult's Guide to Piano Mastery. That's a tongue twister, but it hits right for those SEO words. Each of those projects represents a piece of my passion and my creativity. And I'm thrilled today to be able to share the lessons learned and the bumps along the way. Today, I look forward to taking you through what it was like to self-publish on Amazon, the ups and downs I experienced, and the role that teamwork played in bringing these books and these ideas, these memories to life. I'll be asking for your input though as we go along, so feel free to participate. And so, in saying that, let's start off with a quick question. How many of you have thought about writing a book? If you have, could you share, hear this, what genre or theme it would focus on? And if you'll put those in the chat right now, how many of you have thought about writing in a book? And if you have, what genre or theme would your book focus on? Effective communication for business teams, self-development. I love it. Autobiography, yes. Peak performance. Any more? Money mindset, yes. Do you see the diversity of ideas we have right here in this room? Yes, Kathy, her photo book on Paris. And a personal success pattern. Live the life you're worth. Yes, you guys are doing it. Writing a book is such a personal journey, isn't it? But self-publishing has its own exciting and sometimes challenging path, no matter which kind of book you're writing. The book ideas, my my journey into self-publishing with the art of encouragement came to life through collaboration with Mark Guy. Again, he was my TEDx mentor and he's a fellow Toastmaster. And he'd been saying for a while in our one-on-one meetings that he wanted to experience the book publishing process firsthand to better support his own clients. And I said, well, why don't we do it together? And that was the beginning of the art of encouragement. From day one, Mark and I wanted to create something that wasn't just a book, but a supportive resource to readers who may be feeling down or needing motivation. And we wanted readers to find encouragement, something that he and I both believe strongly in. And you have to be passionate about something to write about it. So we wanted our readers to find encouragement in each story and each idea so that they could feel as though someone understood their struggles and could offer them a bit of light. We worked closely with my Knickknack creative team, and Cattell, who's one of my illustrators, gave our book a unique flair by designing characters that could add a touch of charm, but also relatability. It felt like the characters brought our message to life. And after seeing how so many people connected with a book, um, I decided along the way in that journey to be writing a book and to bring it to publish right after The Art of Encouragement. And the second book just offers practical advice for adults wanting to take on something new, no matter their age or their experience level. So I've got another question. How many of you have worked on a creative project with others? And if so, what was one benefit or challenge you faced when working with others? Expressing ideas. Yes, that's wonderful whenever you're collaborating with others. You get to express, leveraging others' strengths. Absolutely. All the editing, Kathy said yes. She says that is not her forte. But in my experience, collaborate, yes, challenges, takes longer to make decisions, brainstorming. Absolutely. It's good to be working with someone because those awesome days and the days you need inspiration, you've got someone there. Yes. And finding clear lines of communication and work tasks, those can be a challenge, especially when everyone maybe has the idea, but no one wants to do those medial things. Um, I would say that collaboration makes a project richer, even when it means navigating different opinions and ideas. And if you're collaborating with someone in a book, it's going to take a give and take. It's going to take navigating what is so important to one and maybe irrelevant to the other. Those soundboards become our our mainstay. So I want to say if you're working right now to self-publish, even as you saw in this room, people are looking in different genres, partner with someone. Partner with someone so that they can go through this journey and this process with you because it's a multifaceted journey. You're not just the author, you're the project manager, you're the marketer, and in some ways, you are the publisher. It requires patience, it requires willingness to learn. But I've learned that not all of the options that the majority follow are the right ones for us. And I believe Kathy in the room can echo that Amazon KDP can come with some real advantages. First, it's accessible, it's easy to set up. You don't need a huge budget or background in publishing to get started, and it lets you reach a global audience. And thanks to print on demand, you can avoid those high upfront printing costs. Being able to distribute both a digital and physical copy of the Art of Encouragement allowed us to reach a wider range of readers. For a new author, having access to Amazon's audience was a major advantage for us. And for anyone in this room who's ever dreamed of seeing their work in print, there's something magical about holding that first printed copy. Has anyone here ever used Amazon KDP or another self-publishing platform? Or if you haven't, what part of self-publishing sounds the most daunting to you? Use the chat for that. And here, every editing, editing, editing. Yes, editing. Oh, those challenges. Okay, perfect. By Amazon. Now, I said that KDP was awesome, but it was not without its challenges. One of the biggest issues we faced was printing, the physical formatting, particularly the cover size. And here we are, a marketing company who are very, very attuned to different sizes, different print processes. And Amazon KDP initially was out of our wheelhouse, I will say. Um, it and it were the minute adjustments we needed to make took longer than we expected. Amazon's platform can be tricky in terms of layout, and meeting specific requirements required multiple rounds of revision. Another challenge was visibility. Amazon has a massive audience, right? But it's also a very competitive marketplace with thousands of books being published every day. We learned how to use the keywords, the categories, and descriptions to help people find our book. And we discovered that Amazon's royalty structures requires careful pricing strategies. So we had to strike a balance between being reader friendly and covering our costs. So I would say that it was at this juncture that we felt the most frustrated. The book was there, we had it, it was to them, but it kept getting rejected, rejected, rejected. And I would just like to ask, have you felt or had any similar situation? Okay, Kathy, yes, I know you have, dear. And it's interesting that the design and marketing aspects that were new and sometimes overwhelming, um, it it baffled us. But in self-publishing, you get a taste of each area, and it's challenging, if if not incredibly rewarding. Although it had its fair share of setbacks, and we encountered our biggest struggles with formatting and printing, just when we thought that it was what it was, something amazing happened. We went with our strategy, and the first weekend, The Art of Encouragement was published. It was number one on Amazon in communication and social skills. And we have a 4.6 star rating on Amazon to this day. You see my background here, The Art of Encouragement. What started as a move for us to promote this book in a broadcast, in a podcast, has turned into more than a year-long adventure in encouraging people each and every week from around the world. It's been a process, but it's one that I encourage you to go on. Dive in, dive deep, and make it happen. Today, as I close, I just want to thank you all again for inviting me. And I hope that I've given you some sort of a glimpse into the self-publishing journey and sparked a little inspiration for you. If you're thinking of writing a book, starting a creative project or a podcast, or simply pursuing something new, remember that persistence and teamwork can make your vision a reality. Self-publishing, it's full of surprises, but if the satisfaction of seeing your work in print makes it worthwhile. Thank you all again for having me. And at this time, I say good evening.